The new Wall Street Journal poll showing today that Donald Trump is up by 2 points. This is a gain in this poll from just a few weeks ago, where you saw a 2-point spread difference. You've got the Atlas poll out, which shows Trump ahead. You've got the Fox News poll that came out recently, again, showing Trump ahead, 2 points. So Wall Street Journal, Fox, all ahead by 2 points. The Tip poll, again, 2-point lead. What's amazing to me is, you know what, if you're Kamala Harris and he's ahead by 2 points, that actually means he's ahead by a whole lot more, because let's face it, they have a really hard time reaching Republican voters in these polls. I've told you the story. One of my girlfriends, she gets a call from a pollster. She's a very conservative person, and they're asking her, you know, what are you thinking, blah, blah, blah. And she's about to talk. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we're on a recorded line. And she's like, excuse me, you're on a recorded line? And the pollster's like, yes, well, that's how we ensure our accuracy. And she's like, okay, yeah, see ya. See, I think there's a lot of people like that. So the fact that you have these polls as close as they are at this moment in time, that tells you a whole lot. Let's take a look at the latest today out of Polymarket. I mean, Kamala has sunk again. This is not good for her. Like, I don't know what kind of rabbit they're going to pull out of their hat, but take a look, guys. This is the Polymarket chart. We've been looking at this almost daily, and, you know, just a really interesting market here, because it's international. You can't actually bet on it here in the US, but look at that, 62.5%. So the smart money is still going with Donald Trump. Kamala Harris has sunk down. Yesterday, I think she was at 38%. Now she's at 37.5% chance of winning the Electoral College, because it goes back to what David Bossie was telling us at the beginning of the show. The path to 270, it's pretty firmly in place, and they believe it rests on Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania being the key. And when I look at how they have whittled down that margin, look, Democrats are way ahead in the early absentee ballots. I mean, they cut that by more than half by just registering more Republicans and getting Republicans to send in their early ballots. So that's going on in Pennsylvania. And then you compare and contrast it with Arizona. David Bossie just telling us Arizona is going to be a win. Take a look at this, guys. I mean, he's up 1.8%. So again, similar to those Wall Street Journal, Fox News, Tip, and Atlas polls that we're seeing, that he's all up ahead by 2 points in. And so that's something to watch. And then, you know, you go right through the list. Wisconsin, if he were to take Wisconsin, then again, that gets him to 270s. There's a lot of different ways that this can happen right now. And all the polls are indicating, I mean, it's narrow, right? And it's within the margin of error. But for him to be in the margin of error, it's very different than Kamala Harris. Going over to North Carolina, this is something that David also believes they've got a really good shot at. Look, David was a big mastermind behind 2016, the deputy campaign manager there in 2016, winning election. And they've got numbers on their side in bigger ways in so many of these states than they ever did in 2016 or in 2020. So taking a look at North Carolina, he still thinks that the opportunity there is for Trump. He's up 0.4% overall. Georgia, he thinks, is going to be a lock. Again, looking at Georgia, as we look at the Real Clear Politics average, red all over your screen. So what happens, right? Like, that's why when I go back and I keep looking at some of these sound bites, I'm a little rattled by Kamala Harris saying things like, oh, we'll take care of November. Don't worry about November. We'll take care of November. Now, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She could, in fact, just mean, well, if I'm winning and Donald Trump will not concede, then we'll take care of that. Or she could mean something else entirely, right? Like, she could mean something else entirely. And that's what has me a little bit nervous. I'll tell you this, the markets are betting on Donald Trump winning. You just look at the internals of the markets. Stan Druckenmiller saying this the other day, billionaire hedge fund manager there on Bloomberg, saying you just look at those internals of the markets, the upside in Bitcoin even, it's telling you something. It's telling you a lot. Speaking of Bitcoin, guess who we have on the show tomorrow? Do you guys know Michael Saylor? This guy is a legend, okay? He's like an absolute positive legend in the Bitcoin community. And I know we don't have a lot of like huge Bitcoin people over here. I get it. I kind of think about it and Michael probably will tell you this, a little bit like an insurance policy, only because if it goes to 13 million, as he's predicting by what year, 2045, then you're going to wish that you own some. I'll tell you, I wish I had bought it way back when it was $10. That was just incredible to me. $10, but it was a little complicated. You need a hard wallet and all that good stuff. Anyway, let me show you a picture of Michael. So this is Michael Saylor, and he's going to be on the program tomorrow. I just want to give you a heads up on that. We're going to have the entire interview at 76 Research. We're going to have excerpts here on the Trish Regan show, a big chunk of it, because I want you to understand what is so intriguing to me about this investment right now. I get a lot of things that are intriguing to me on the investment front. Here is the model portfolio performance of my company, my financial research company that I started with a longtime friend, Rob Horton. Brilliant guy, managed billions of dollars on Wall Street for 20 years. And I'm just thrilled. I was able to convince him that we needed to do this, right? Because we need to provide more opportunity to more people so that they can get access to this opportunity. I'm a big believer in this right now. Those with capital are the ones that are being rewarded unfairly compared to labor. I mean, you have only to look at the inflation scenario and the reality that wages haven't kept up with it. Anyway, our median stock price has gone up 10.8% in our model portfolios. S&P 500 index, on the other hand, up 5.9%. So we're taking a look at, go over to 76 Research. You can subscribe to the Founders Club. You can just subscribe to 76 Research. You can get the free stuff, for goodness sakes. Get at least the free stuff. At least the free stuff, right? Because you want to have an opportunity to really be able to partake in the upside that's coming. And I do believe, like, even as weird as the economy is right now, there are going to be a lot of productivity gains. This Web 3.0 metaverse stuff is actually quite real. So it's good to be on the forefront of that. Speaking of being on the forefront of stuff, I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor here, one of our new sponsors here on the program. We are delighted to welcome in GCU, a new sponsor, Grand Canyon University. It's a private Christian university in the very beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, right? We were just talking about Phoenix, Arizona. We were just talking about Arizona. And to me, I think David's right. I think there's a very, very good chance, ladies and gentlemen, that Arizona goes the way of Donald Trump. Anyway, Grand Canyon University, one of our new sponsors here. This is a private Christian university, believes that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. GCU believes in equal opportunity. The American dream starts with purpose. GCU equips you to serve others in ways that promote human flourishing and create a ripple effect of transformation for generations to come. So by honoring your career calling, your impact on your family, your friends, and your community, you're helping to serve God and yourself. Change the world for good by putting others before yourself to glorify God. Whether your pursuit is a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree, whether you want to do it online, on campus, or hybrid learning, they have all of that there for you to achieve your unique academic, personal, and professional goals. 350 academic programs as of June 2024. GCU meets you where you are and provides a path to help you fulfill your dreams. So remember, you know what? The purpose to serve others is yours. Make sure that you let that flourish. Go to gcu.edu.com today, gcu.edu. But this is amazing. Again, the poll numbers just keep showing so much upside here for President Trump.